Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In this video today, we are going to be looking at the dirtiest, most disgusting, but probably up there for some of the most OP tactics I have ever seen on FIFA 23. If you're observant, you'll have already spotted in the top left corner is the 5-4-1. I've talked about these a bit before, but I've updated the tactics, so we're going to be talking about that in this video. Hopefully, weekend league's been good to you during tots. I've been quite busy. I've played other people's accounts. I've started a part-time job elsewhere, just to make ends meet, I guess. So I've not really played my own account a lot during tots, but I've got a pretty good team. I'm going to be playing Ultimate Tots in the next few days on my account to try and get some good rewards from it. Let me know in the comments what you guys have been getting from red picks. Has tots been kind to you? I'm going to guess a lot of you, your teams will have drastically improved during team of the season. Now, what I want to say about the 5-4-1 before we really get into the video is that I think the 5-4-1 is a much better formation on new gen. So new gen's PS5, Xbox Series X, whereas I think Xbox One, PS4, that's old gen. I think on old gen the game's quite a lot more open, quite a lot more attacking, quite a lot faster. I don't think that suits the 5-4-1. Whereas new gen, where the game's a little bit slower, it's a little bit easier to defend, harder to break people down. I think the 5-4-1 really suits that. So if you were looking for an old gen formation, I would probably be recommending the 4-3-2 That's what I use when I play weekend leagues. I play on old gen. But when it comes to new gen, the 5-4-1 is absolutely disgusting and horrible to play against. Now, in terms of the tactics, you might notice here that I have two 5-4-1 set up. On all my tactics at the moment, my ultra defensive is always the 5-4-1. The 5-4-1 is just crazy OP in terms of being good at defending, very hard to break down. And then my ultra attacking is always the 3-4-2 because that's got a lot of options and very hard to defend against and play against when you've got the constant press on with it. However, anyone who watches a lot of my videos will probably notice that I've only got, on the defensive and attacking, one version of the 5-4-1. Generally speaking, when it comes to the using a formation or a new tactic, I tend to normally have two versions of it, a defensive and attacking. However, with the 5-4-1, I don't think it's suited to a press after possession loss, a more aggressive version of it. So I've just got the one default tactic that I would use with it. Now, the obvious strengths when we look at the 5-4-1 are that you've got 5 defenders. The 5 defenders are going to be very, very hard to break down. Simply put, 5 men behind the ball. It's going to be a lot of men covering the runs. You can dive in with one of your centre backs. You've still got one. I think for this formation to work well, it's pretty key that your wing backs are good going forward. Are you sick of getting out-teamed on FIFA? Want more coins to build that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out utnice.com, the best place to buy coins for FIFA 23. They're simple, easy to use. Use code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out utnice.com today. So in this one, I've got Saka and Frimpong. They're perfect for it. The centre-backs, it doesn't really matter. Just pick good centre-backs, basically. That's it. For the midfield, you want them to be good defensively as well, so they can get back, protect that back 5. And then the wingers, they're going to defend a bit as well, but you need a lot of pace out wide so that you can use that pace to get back and defend, but also counter-attack, get down the wing. And then the best player on your team, or best attacker, needs to be a 5-star. 5-star ideally is the striker. You want your striker to be really good, be a really good outlet, and be a top tier player, because this formation is not going to get you as many good chances in general. If it has a weakness, it's not as good attacking as some of the other formations on this game, which makes sense when you look at it. But how OP it is defensively, keeping the ball, hard to play against, it's a top tier formation, even more so new gen, so you need good attackers to make it work. In terms of the actual tactic I'm using, we have 40 width, 40 depth. I want it to be quite compact. I want it to be very hard to break down. I don't want to be pushing up too high or have too much width. I want it to be very tight. if you want to be a bit better at pressing, a bit more aggressive, you can always up the width and stuff. But for me, I think this works really well, this formation. I have the width on very high in the attack because a lot of this formation's strength, you'll see it when it comes to the instructions, is going to rely on getting out wide to create more space in the middle. Balanced, direct passing, for me, works really well in terms of the chance creation, especially at pinning people back. Players in box 6 is what I generally use on most default tactics. And then for the attackers, stay central, getting behind on the striker. You can put stay forward as well. I'd probably do that. The getting behind, I experiment. I think for the average player, mixed attack probably works better. So, but you can use getting behind as well. This is important now. For the wingers, you definitely want getting behind because you want them to make runs in behind to give you more options for through balls and pin the defence back. But you need them on cut inside. And that is because the wing backs are going to be on overlap. So a lot of the width and attacking strength in this formation comes from the wing backs getting forward, overlapping your wingers. They're offering you the width. Then your wingers are cutting inside and getting in behind. So you almost have 3 attacking options with the 2 wingers and strikers. And then the cutbacks and width that pulls their team out come from the wing backs. This is why the wing backs need to be very good at going forward. Because if they're not, and they're limited going forward, you're not going to get as much from them. You can come back on defense instead of basic defense support. For me, when you come back on defense, it just leaves it a bit too defensive. I want to be able to counter-attack a little bit. And I think basic defense support is still enough when you've got a back 5. For the midfield, you could go one on stay back. I've got them both on balance, cover centre. I think the formation's defensive enough as it is. I would like centre mids who are quick and good at defending. I think that is important. But if you was using like a Makalele or a Kante, someone who's quite limited going forward, you could put them on stay back. In terms of the defenders, it's very simple. Just leave them on default. For the wing backs, you've got a few options. You can go join the attack. You can't have them on stay back. If you have no width in this formation, it's going to basically be a useless formation because no width just makes it way too hard to break people down. So a balanced attack overlap is what works best in my opinion. There, lots of different options with this formation. Like I say, it's incredibly good defensively. It's very good at keeping the ball because you have so much width. You can switch it to the wing backs. You've got lots of men covering lots of positions. You can dive in a bit more aggressively in this formation because even if you pull one centre back out, you're still going to have 2 centre backs. Whereas in other formations where there's 4 defenders, if you pull one man out, you're pretty much open. So this formation, whilst it's seen as a very ratty, disgusting one to play against, which it definitely is, it actually is quite good going forward and a lot more well-rounded than people probably give it credit. Hopefully this video's helped you out. Hopefully it's helped you understand the 5-4-1 bet. Appreciate you guys and the support you show on the channel. Hope that you enjoy the videos. Keep it spicy as always. Catch you guys next one. Peace.